Welcome to the Snodacast, episode 39 of season 3. I am your host, BlackChat56. I am, of course, joined by Gallows, aka Thomas.
Yo, what's up?
We are also joined by a newcomer, Division, aka Diran, or Darren, as I like to call him, even though it's actually more along the lines of vice versa. But anyways, and of course, Joe's here.
Not many times we say that, it still comes out funny.
It still comes out funny, doesn't it? All right. But, of course, we can't have
I'm always here.
Yeah, we can't have any episode of the podcast without talking about, of course, weekly updates. So I have got to ask, Diron, or Darren, how was your week, man? What all did you do?
Work.
Work? I feel that. I 100% feel that.
I've fully blown fully on that, bro.
All right. So, Gallows, how was your week, buddy?
It was good. Finished my last day at my last job with Texas Veterans Veterans Security, and that's so yeah. They text me today. Speaking about that, they text me today asking, "Hey, would you like to come in for an extra day?" I was no. That's my last day. What are you like? Why would I do that?
Right. Yeah. Why would you ever come in for an extra day on your last? That's pointless, man.
Why would you gave you a 2-week notice? So
yeah.
This
my process exactly. All right. So Joe, how was your week, buddy?
A lot of mental strife, but I'm still here.
Hey,
Still
that's
kicking.
all that matters, right?
Yep, and delivering enough shit posting to make you want to question your life choices.
Well, that's probably the majority of us, isn't it? Anyway,
Sure.
alrighty then. So, if you cannot tell, I dyed my hair. Dyed it a different color this time because reasons. So fun. Anyways, I also am most likely going to be getting another job soon at a place called 511 Tactical. Don't know if you've heard of it. And I think it's a thoroughly swell job.
Job ever.
Because not only do I get a 60% off flat rate as an employee discount for whatever they sell, like that's theirs. I also get like anywhere from 20 to 30% off at connected stores that like also sell with them. So like Black Rifle Coffee is one of them. I get 30% off there, which is nice. And then I also get, as a part-time employee, I get to pick. This is all expensive shit, mind you. I get to pick two shirts, a belt, a pair of shoes, and 2 pants for free. And I get to do that every year.
Oh shit, that sounds nice. I guess. Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clothes and shit.
Yeah. No, and it seems like a pretty lax job, so I'm hoping I get it as a second job. I'm only going to be working 1 to 2 days a week because that's all they need. But that's all I really need, too. I'm hoping that they can work with my school schedule and that they can do it on the school days because reasons. Hey, Leon, it's good to hear from you from Oregon. So, anyways, you guys ready to go ahead and go into Now Showing?
Yeah, let's do this one.
All right. So, this week for Now Showing, we have Trick or Treat is finally gotten its official theatrical release, as well as we also have Black Adam coming out this week. So, Trick or Treat, there's no more praise that I can basically give it. It is, I wouldn't say it's flawless, but I would definitely say it's one of the best Halloween films. It's definitely my yearly watch, for sure. It's on that list, 100%. So yeah, But have you guys ever heard of, watched, or seen? Or seen Trick or Treat at all?
I fucking love the movie. I fucking fully enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
I've seen it about like twice. And every time I do see it, it's still one of the greatest masterpieces they made.
I wouldn't say it's a great masterpiece, but I would definitely say it's a lot of fun.
I have seen the whole movie, but have never seen it all in one sitting.
I can fix that for you, Darren. Just come on by. I'm only a door away. All right, Joe.
Literally. Sorry?
Trick or treat. You thoughts, comments, concerns? Seen it? Haven't seen it? What are we looking at?
I haven't seen it. I've been hasn't been a lot of movies to get me out the door, you know?
Right. Okay. Hey, Gallows. Out of morbid curiosity,
Yes,
you got headphones?
You not.
You do not. Okay. I will try to fix that as quickly as possible. Just to help you out a little bit. Does your phone have a headphone jack, or is it all Bluetooth?
It has a headphone jack.
Fantastic. I can fix that for you real quickly. Alrighty then. So, on to Black Adam. Now, I have not heard fantabulous things about this movie other than the CGI is pretty on point. And the fact that it is a lot of dumb fun. Just go in expecting a popcorn movie. But what are y'all's thoughts on Black Adam? Have you guys seen it? Do you plan on seeing it? Do you plan on waiting for it to come out on HBO Max, which is what I'm probably going to do? What do you think?
I'm planning probably waiting until it gets on HBO Max to watch it.
Fair enough. Darren?
And,
oh, sorry, Gals, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Actually gonna go see it probably Thursday, I believe is the day. I just gotta check the tickets again.
Okay.
Yeah.
What theater are you going to?
AMC. We're gonna go see it on Dolby.
Oh, so you're going to like Clear Fork then?
Yep.
Cool. Are you going with family, I'm assuming?
One of my cousin's friends invited us out. Cousin couldn't go because he's military, but friend keeps in touch with me.
Yeah. Well, depending on what time you guys are going, I might join y'all. I don't know.
Sure.
If it's in the afternoon, I should be able to go. But if it's before 5 o'clock, I probably won't.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm excited to see it. As all the reviews are like putting it at 50-50, so honestly, it could be good, could be bad. You know?
I heard that the best thing is going to be the post-credit scene. Because we all know what's going on in the post-credit scene. We all know who's showing up.
I'm gonna keep.
What I heard.
I don't know. They'll say it. They'll say it.
I'm not going to say it, but I've heard a lot of people are excited about it because even though it's kind of like it's another Toby and Andrew situation, kind of similar on that like level of like it's secret, but it's not secret. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
I'm gonna stay oblivious of it until I see it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie. I might go see it with you.
What I really want to see is how they do Dr. Fate, because I think this will be.
I've been hearing a lot of good things about him. Like everybody's been saying he's one of the best parts of the movie.
I'm hoping yes. I think this is the second time we actually got Dr. Fate in live action.
Yeah.
When was the first time? Do you remember?
Either
First time, second time.
What you call it? I believe it was Smallville, but I know Dr. Fate, like another Fate, was in Legends of Tomorrow. It wasn't the Dr. Fate. But it was
Not Kent Nelson.
No, not Zatanna, but the other female one.
Oh.
But she,
what I've seen from the trailers. I like his mat. I like the helmet. The helmet looks really good.
The Dr. Fate uniform looks really comic accurate in my opinion.
It
It
is
does.
the most
Yeah.
next to Atom Smasher, like literally perfect.
Yeah. All right. Hey Joe, do me a favor. Move your camera down just a little bit to where we're not getting so much headroom.
Yeah.
That right there is good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, well, it's just hard because it's not like mounted on it.
Mhm.
It's not secured by a mount or anything, so it's kind of hard to move it.
Yeah, I'll eventually figure out what I can do for you, man. Or I might end up just getting you another camera. I don't know. One of the two.
I mean, I could probably find a mount for it.
Probably. But I don't know.
As I'm kind of not too focused on purchasing much.
Yeah. All right. So, you guys ready to go ahead and go into our first topic?
Yeah.
Going from one comic book movie to another comic property. So, It has been somewhat officially revealed that, or not even somewhat, it has been officially revealed that Harrison Ford is now going to be playing General Thaddeus Ross in one of the upcoming Marvel projects. Most likely, it is going to be the next Captain America movie, but a lot of people are saying that it's probably going to be Thunderbolts because, well, fucking Thunderbolt Ross, come on.
I
I think he was one of them too.
Yeah,
And also one of the.
he's the head of Thunderbolts. Which they're saying Thunderbolts is going to be the Suicide Squad of the MCU, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Kind of are.
I'm just wondering if they're going to be putting him against the Hawk anytime soon.
I don't think so, because they just introduced Scar at the end of She-Hulk. So,
Honestly, they could have just waited. They could have just had him like silhouette, but
I got some
I'm not a director.
on Harrison Ford being Red Hulk. It's interesting because, well, of course, you know, Marvel, Disney, basically hand in hand. Harrison Ford kind of have like a whole digital library of himself, and it's, you know, I thought it was weird that they picked someone even older than, you know, who the last
William
guy
Hurt,
was.
yeah.
So maybe, you know, this is a situation where Disney's like, hey, we got a lot of Harrison Ford, so even if he like randomly dies, God forbid that happens.
CGI.
But, you know, they have all this digital footage they can reuse for clip scenes,
Pretty
voice,
healthy.
all that stuff. Like,
Pretty healthy guy.
I will also say that I think that with them recasting Thaddeus Ross, and you know how Harrison Ford feels about franchises and shit, I genuinely believe that they probably they convinced him, like, all right, cool, you're gonna probably do about half the movie as General Ross, and then the rest of it is gonna be your voice as Red Hulk, because they're really hinting towards Red Hulk. And I think that's the reason why they convinced him. It's like, oh yeah, I could just do voice work. Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, as long as he doesn't, you know, have to use a whip or, you know.
What did he have?
Sorry, Gallows, what were you saying?
No, because I never knew he had anything against franchises. I never knew that.
He doesn't really have a big thing with he's not the biggest fan of franchises. Like, you can tell when a lot of nerds were asking, like, hey, what's going on with this in Star Wars? He's like, bro, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care was one of his first words. Yeah.
I think,
Hey, more power to him, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's not that he's like anti-franchise, it's just that, you know, he's pretty much just like,
He's kind of done it over with it.
yeah,
Yeah.
just stop bringing this up. I do other things.
He's mostly known for that, but I mean, he does do other things too. So.
Yeah. All right. So, you guys are ready? We can go ahead and go to our next topic.
All right.
Yeah, let's go to the next topic.
All right. Our next topic is Warner Brothers has released a lot of news when it comes to DC lately, and we actually have some official news with Matt Reeves, the Batman. We are not only getting more shows, we are also going to get more movies based off of different characters. The top three I think he mentioned were Clayface, Mr. Freeze. He mentioned Clayface, Scarecrow, and I believe Professor Pig. And so they might be getting their own show / movie very soon, and I think that's really, really cool. But we also have the official, not official, but we are supposedly going to be getting Man of Steel 2. They're currently looking for a writer and director for that, with Henry Cavill returning, as well as apparently The Flash 2 has already been written. So it is yet to be seen as to exactly how they're going to work that with Ezra Miller and everybody else. So how do you guys feel about this news? One at a time, please. Hold on one second. Yeah, you're talking. Go ahead.
Oh, so with the Man of Steel thing, what I've seen from it and what I've heard, because in the Black Adam thing, in the Black Adam movie, supposedly.
No. Hey. Darren says he's going in Oblivious, bro.
Oh, never mind. Forget it.
Nip that shit in the bud. So.
The whole Man of Steel is going to be excited because I don't know what they're going to like.
I hope they don't call it Man of Steel 2 because I think they're not going to. I think honestly, Man of Tomorrow would make so much more sense. Or just call it Honestly, they could just call it Superman. That'd be kind of fun. But I think if you're going to go for the Man of, I think Man of Tomorrow, because I think this is going to be a soft reboot.
All right.
I think.
You think so too? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm surprised that they actually put what's his Mr. Pig, Professor Pig on there. Kind of felt like it was one of the lesser known villains for Batman.
All right, Darren. I believe you had some stuff you wanted to say.
So Man of Steel 2 or the Matt Reeves?
Any of them. This is the whole topic.
Well, for a Man of Steel 2, honestly, any Superman movie would probably do right now.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm not a huge Superman fan, but I do respect the character. And it's just, hey, whatever they do for Man of Steel, whether bring back Henry Cavill or...
They are going to be bringing back Henry Cavill.
Oh, they are? Okay. That's news to me.
Apparently, we can thank Dwayne Johnson for that.
All right. So, yeah, hey, Henry Cavill's coming back. Maybe,
Henry Cavill is
pretty sure I've seen something about them not having Zack Snyder write the movie or anything like that. No. So hopefully this one's actually something that a majority of people could like, because DC needs a win.
They do. They need. I mean, don't get me wrong. They've had a couple of wins with, like, I would say the Suicide Squad was a win. Shazam was a really good win. The Batman was a terrific win. I would even argue Zack Snyder's Justice League was kind of a win. Kinda. But yeah, but I mean, like, Joker was a really good win. Like, they've had some wins, but I think when it comes to, like, Man of Steel, they need a win.
Yeah. Well, they basically just need something where, like, the casual audience can see as this is not its own thing. Because really, even though the Suicide Squad is connected to the bigger picture, some people still thought of it just like, okay, this is a one-off.
Yeah, even though it has a lot of characters, like, it even references. I think it references Batman. I'm not even gonna lie.
It does.
I'm talking about the new one, the Suicide Squad, not Suicide Squad, but yeah. Oh, it does. It does reference Batman. Okay, we're not confusing this with Peacemaker, are we? Okay, nope. Cool.
No.
Yeah.
All little moments. Just for the casual audience.
Hey, Gallows, you're doing the echo thing again.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
All right, Darren, you were saying?
Yeah.
Oh. There it goes. Yeah.
But yeah, something just something for a casual audience to look at, and Superman's the best character for that. I'm really interested to see what DC is going to do, especially after the Flash movie. Just see what they're trying to do.
It turns out that the Flash, with a lot of like pre-screenings, a lot of people have said that this is like one of the best ones they've done. It's just you have that controversy surrounding Ezra Miller.
Oh yeah. I'm a huge Flash fan. It's my favorite superhero on the DC side, so pretty sure I'm like and respect.
Okay.
But just like what is DC's plan? Like, I don't want them to be Marvel 2.0, but DC. But like, give us an idea of what they're doing. No.
Right. Exactly.
Identity.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that the plan for them is going to be better than what it was the last year or so.
Basically, yes.
I agree as well. Yeah. All right, Joe. Do you have any thoughts, comments, concerns on any of these news, or all of them? I know your thoughts on Ezra Miller. You don't have to bring those up, and I know your thoughts on Henry Cavill. You definitely don't have to bring those up.
Can't get the nerds. And more Harrison Ford for me, despite he's not going to be in Star Wars much.
Well, I'm talking about the DC news side of things. Because there's technically 3 in 1 topic right there.
There's one of Flash's villains that hasn't been in... Wait, nope. Okay.
I would like to see a big screen adaptation of Gorilla Grodd. That'd be kind of cool.
Yes.
I
do too. I mean, like...
And here's who I think you should get to voice him. This would be great irony. Peter Dinklage.
Peter who?
Peter Dinklage.
He could modulate his voice a little. I could do.
Well, okay. If we're just going for pure deep voice, let's get the Allstate guy. I mean, shit.
Actually, I'm
You
trying to
mean
remember
his
his name.
I don't remember his name.
He played in a recent movie too.
He was
Can't
in
remember what it was.
Lucifer.
Yeah, as God.
Yep.
Like, no joke. Didn't do too bad.
Damn. Why can't I remember his name?
Finish. I need to finish watching Lucifer. No joke.
Pretty good actually. Honestly,
It was really
I did.
great.
Finish it. It was good. I liked the way it ended.
I'm like still in season 5 because I have like last few episodes.
Yeah, those last few episodes are a little hard to get through, but once you do, they do pay off. So
Yeah.
there is that. I will give you that.
I mean, Clayface doesn't have the light adaptation, and who else has it
I
yet?
would love to see Clayface in either the big or the small screen.
So what I
Oh,
heard,
Mr. Freeze.
so what I heard about the whole Clayface situation, and him, and I think they're not going to go with the CGI on him. I think they're going to go more of his human figure instead of this CGI. You know what I mean?
So here's the thing: before Clayface became the whole clay monster thing, the original first appearance of Clayface was as such. It was. Jesus Christ, I hate how dirty my teeth are. Anyways, it was basically a serial. This actor is playing a serial killer slasher villain on a movie, and when they are thinking about recasting him, he ends up like kind of killing everybody, or he tries to kill everybody as the character called Clayface, and this is kind of slasher.
Basil Carr was the first one. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, it's been Basil Carr the whole time. At least I think so. But yeah, so it's just one of those things that I think that's what they might go for that because of what they've set up in this universe. However, I also think they could very well go into the CGI route of like the monster and everything else like that because it seems like that's not a terribly hard villain to fight necessarily, I would say. I just think personally you could do that because Matt Reeves said he's not directing, he's just going to produce a lot of these. He's not like directly involved with all of them. It's just going to be his universe. So it's like, okay, you can get someone to tell the more fantastical side of Batman.
My only curiosity is, are they going to keep, what's his name? Who's the one with the recent Batman? I can't remember his name.
Robert Pattinson? Yeah, it's that universe.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but I wonder if they're going to keep Robert Pattinson as Batman in the series for those 3 movies.
Yeah, they take place in the same universe, man.
Oh, that's great. Then
yeah. So that's I get your question, but that's also like I just said it takes place in the same universe. So when I say Matt Reeves, that's the guy who directed the last Batman movie.
Oh shit.
So yeah. All right, on to our next topic. So, Naked Gun is apparently getting a reboot, and we are not only having a Lonely Island member directing this, who also directed Chippendale Rescue Rangers for, this last year. We also have Liam Neeson as basically the child of Leslie Nielsen's character.
Oh wow!
So,
okay, you know how I oddly said that would be a cool thing for the plot. I can't say I called it, but it was like that'd be cool.
That's what you said you wanted to happen, and then when they came out with the official plot, that's what they said is going to happen. They never said this is going to be a direct remake; it's going to be a reboot.
That's actually kind of funny how I called it, and without even trying.
I don't think you called it. I think you just like, okay, cool. This would be awesome if this is the way they go for it, and then that ends up happening. But I think that was the plan all along. They just first came out with like, hey, Leslie Nielsen. Or not Leslie Nielsen. Liam Neeson is going to be in the new Naked Gun movie. And it's like, okay. And then they came out with the official plot. It's like, okay, so he's going to be the son. So it's not a remake. It's a full-on reboot. And I hope, and I'm with you, Joe, I do hope that this does bring back the spoof movies. Because I've been watching a lot of them lately. I miss a lot of them. Don't get me wrong. There was a lot of shit. I hated half of those movies. like date movie, epic movie, disaster movie. Fuck the movie.
I watched
movies.
the first Scary movie.
Scary Movie 1 and 2, and some of Scary Movie 3. I can even argue some of Scary Movie 4,
So
but
good,
primarily
bad.
1 and 2 are the best ones. Like minus Airplane, minus Hot Shots, minus like Airplane and Hot Shots are probably the best examples. I would say Hot Shots is more of a direct parody of literally just, you know, like I said, what it basically what's on the poster is the main parody. They just have funnier jokes in it. It's not like it's always making fun of something. Like
Yourself.
Scary Movie was making fun of Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer in the first one, and then the second one was making fun of the remake of The Haunting, as well as
I don't even remember what.
Hollow Man. Hollow Man was a big thing with the glasses, but primarily the remake of The Haunting, and then I believe it was also... What else were they making fun of in that movie?
They were making fun of a lot of movies in this.
Well, no, I'm talking about like their main plot. I think their main plot was they were just making fun of The Haunting, which is fair.
Well, I don't know, because it wasn't the third one making fun of The Grudge and Saw as the main
Third one was
plot?
making fun of The Grudge and not Signs. It was making fun of the third one was making fun of. You're thinking of the fourth one. The third one was making fun of The Grudge. Or sorry, yeah, it was making fun of The Grudge, and War of the Worlds was the fourth one with a little bit of Saw sprinkled in there.
Oh
But
yeah.
the third one was making fun of Signs and The Ring.
Yeah. You're right. Actually, now that I realized it. Yeah, I was making fun of those two.
Yeah, I was making fun of Signs in The Ring with Charlie with Charlie Sheen in it, which was hilarious.
And Charlie Sheen was the main actor for all four of those movies.
No,
Even though he dies.
Anna Faris was. Anna Faris was. Charlie Sheen didn't show up till the third movie.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he only showed up in the third movie and the second.
Third
movie.
and the beginning of the fourth one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beginning of the fourth and all of the third movie. But yeah. Anyways, back onto this Naked Gun thing. Darren, what are your thoughts on that?
I know nothing.
You've never seen the Naked Gun?
You should.
Bro,
They're
those
really
movies are
funny and great.
hilarious. The first one is funny as shit. I've yet to finish the third one, and I almost finished the second one, but I came really close to it. I was gonna watch it the next day, and it got off the streaming platform I was watching it on.
I've seen two. I've seen 2 and 1. I've never knew they made a third one. I've only seen the first 2.
There's been a third one. It's called Naked Gun 3.5.
Oh no, yeah, I still don't know that one. I should.
No, you're right.
I'm gonna probably look for it. I'm probably gonna look for it and watch it. But I really enjoyed it. I'm glad they're coming back with those type of comedy movies.
If you ever want to watch Hot Shots, Gallows, both Hot Shots 1 and 2 right now are on HBO Max.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, I'll watch.
They're funny. They're really funny. I would highly recommend them.
It's kind of like an old style kind of comedy.
With the comedy, I feel they're gonna die down on it for reasons. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Oh, Hollywood! If they find something that's successful, like let's say this is successful, Hollywood will milk the fuck out of parody movies yet again. Don't get me wrong. There's one of the like movies out of the parody movies that I thought was halfway decent, and that was Date Movie. That's it.
With which one?
Date Movie.
Date Movie.
Yeah, like, hey, we're gonna go on a date movie. It was making fun of like
Oh!
90% of the rom-coms. Yeah, that one was actually genuinely kind of funny because of like the sheer insanity of it. Disaster Movie is absolute ass.
It is. It's
So is
fucking
Epic
terrible.
Movie. Epic Movie is terrible. There's only one good joke in Epic Movie, and that's the Cribs thing with Mr. Thomas. I was like, okay, that's kind of funny. I like that because Cribs was always kind of cringe, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, okay, I can see where you're going with that one. But Date Movie actually had some genuine moments where I was like, okay, that's actually really fucking funny.
Fucking Disaster Movie. They had, I don't know, the CGI with some of the characters was terrible. The comedy was so great.
That was the joke. But no, there was one decent joke in that entire movie. And that's the Alvin and the Chipmunks joke. where they have rabies.
Oh,
That was it.
yeah.
That was the funniest part, in my opinion. It was also the most terrifying part as a kid for me. But that's besides the point.
I saw it as a teenager when it came. That's when I saw it.
I
saw
did
it.
too. I saw it when I was like 10 or 11. It was on TV. I was like, oh, cool. I want to see this.
I saw it like when I was like 13, 14 years old.
Mhm.
And it was on.
Anyways,
for it.
Anyways, let's go ahead and go into our next topic. Our next topic is we have the first official trailer for Megan, the new killer doll with AI twist movie. But this movie actually does look pretty interesting. I have seen the trailer for a little. I saw snippets of the trailer, and I thought, okay, they might pull this off, even though I think killer dolls have kind of gone out of style.
They
My personal
have.
opinion.
They've gone out of style, like huge. They're trying to bring it back with Chucky, with the Chucky series. I don't think it's going to do so well.
Chucky's been a series that's going on really, really well. It's going on quite strong, honestly. The first season's pretty good.
With me, horror movies or slashers in general, I always see them as comedies. Like, even though it's supposed to be horrifying, I go in and I laugh. I love the characters' dumb mistakes. And Megan, the trailer looked more hilarious than it's like, oh, it's so scary. No, I was laughing.
So, Darren, have you seen Willy's Wonderland?
Willy's Wonderland? Yes.
Okay, good. Then you because you said dumb decisions. And I'm like, bro, you want to talk about some of the dumbest decisions in horror? You gotta watch Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah.
I love that movie. That movie's great. It's basically, what if Nicolas Cage was in Five Nights at Freddy's? It didn't say a fucking word.
This is taking out to a FNAF movie.
It did. All right, but so have you guys seen the trailer? Have you heard anything about this movie? What do you guys think about it?
I've seen the trailer, and my thoughts on it. That doll looks like somebody trying to get the Barbie plastic plasticias on their face and stuff like that. That's what that doll looks like.
Honestly. To me, it looks like an American Girl doll.
It looks interesting. I might watch it, but it's more likely it's going to be when it's out on like streaming platforms, and I'm bored. I got nothing better to watch.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought process too. I'm probably not going to go out of my way to see it, but we'll see. We'll see what the reviews say. If the reviews say this is like one of the best horror killer doll movies in a long time, it's like since the original Child's Play, I'll be like, okay, I might go see it. Anyways, on to our... Okay. Go ahead.
No, I was trying to say, I feel like it's going to do terrible. I feel like it's going to be one of those movies that go into theaters, not even like 2 months later, it's on a streaming platform. It's going to be like Morbius. That's what it's going to be like, Morbius.
Morbin.
I might actually check out Morbius sometime. Because, that's something I forgot to fucking mention. So, kind of backtracking back to weekly updates. Last weekend, the reason why we didn't have a podcast is because I went to Dallas Fan Fest. And not only did I get to meet Matt Smith, I also got this fucking signed by Matt Smith. I will be looking to sell this soon as I get it authenticated. But this is Daemon Targaryen, the Funko Pop, in an acrylic Funko Pop case, signed by Matt Smith.
Of course you
got
would.
to meet Stephen Amell. I got his Arrow. I also got to meet Stephen Amell. Got his Arrow Funko Pop signed, as well as I managed to grab a Venom Funko Pop and got it signed by the original artist behind Venom, Sam De La Rosa. I managed to get that signed by him, as well as I got this limited edition poster right here. Also signed by him. And he even drew that Venom right there. So, safe to say, I had a blast. If you check out... Yeah, I will eventually be posting those photos. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Anyways, so on to our next topic. So it has been officially announced that Blade is now on hold because they are looking for a new, I believe, director, maybe writer. I think they're rewriting the script.
I believe it's both. I think they're looking for both director and writer at the very
See,
moment.
and that's probably not. No, it's a new writer because Mahershala Ali was basically saying, "Hey, look, I don't like the fact that this only has 1 to 2 fight scenes and the rest of this is just dialogue. What the fuck? Nobody's coming in here for 1 to 2 fight scenes for a Blade movie where this is a guy that's fighting fucking vampires. Come on, man. Who the fuck wants to see 1 to 2 action scenes and basically make it dialogue heavy? Who the fuck wants that in Blade? The original Blade fucking knew better than to do that.
Yeah, I mean, talk to Wesley.
Hell, Blade Trinity knew better than to do that. It just did it awful.
It just did it horribly.
It's just one of those things that I think Kevin Feige finally got his balls back because I think that he's finally like, you know what? No, we're gonna pull in the reins here a little bit. We're finally making. Not only are we making Armor Wars a movie, which is fantastic. We're also we're cutting back on the MCU shows. We're not going to necessarily make them like must watches in order to see our next movie. We're just going to, we don't want everybody to be lost by the time that Kamala Khan shows up or by the time that fucking, we don't want everybody to be lost like they were in Multiverse of Madness because they didn't see WandaVision. I did, but I've yet to watch Miss Marvel. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Yet to do it. The only reason why I watch She-Hulk is I'm like, okay, cool, Daredevil's going to be in it. I'm curious. And that episode was the best episode in the entire fucking series, and you can fucking fight me on it. It's like, where the fuck was this show? Why the fuck did we get this for 7 fucking episodes straight? I would have said this was one of the best MCU shows ever. It wrapped up its finale really well. I'll give it that. But that's about it.
Yeah, no, the problem with the whole MCU shows in general is it seems like the writers mostly know how to write a movie. And they think, oh yeah, people don't mind just a couple of fillers. They're just gonna turn it on and watch the episode. So let's just write 4, maybe 5 episodes of just nothing happening.
Yeah,
already short series.
Exactly, and it's like, and then we're gonna try to really sloppily wrap up the fucking finale. And it's like,
I enjoyed the finale. I thought it was really good. I really did enjoy the finale for She-Hulk.
I will give it this. It doesn't really work as the show as a whole because the show breaks the fourth wall, but not to that degree. I think that was kind of jumping the shark based off what the show had already shown us. So I think that was like, whatever, right? But it still has some decent jokes and some decent humor and stuff like that in it. That I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. I don't mind that. It wasn't show breaking for me, but I'm like, you're going off of the high of this last episode that we just had, and that is one of the best episodes in the entire show. Yeah. They did make Daredevil a little too goofy with the walk of shame thing. I was like, okay, no, never do that again. Never do that again. Never go beyond that.
That was
never
funny.
Go beyond that. It was funny, but it's like never go beyond that with Daredevil ever again.
Good night.
But they did his action really, really well, so I thought that was really good.
I like how they added him at the end of it when they showed Hawk's child.
Yeah, they do show Scar. That hairline was fucking ridiculous, bro.
Everybody,
bro, you need to go talk to your barber on that shit.
It's a lot better than mine.
You need to go talk to your barber on that shit. Joe, your hairline is better than that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that says a lot.
Bro, here's how I'm gonna tell you. This hairline was fucking ridiculous. Fucking Bruce Willis has a better hairline.
So does Vegeta.
What?
That's a good one, actually. I'll give you that one.
That is.
I'll give you that one. That's a halfway decent one. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Anyways, back onto Blade. I think it's probably a step in the right direction to put this movie on hold and try to introduce vampires and the more fantastical elements in this MCU just a little bit more. Because we got a taste of it with She-Hulk, but we don't know if it's like, oh, that's an actual vampire versus it's just a dude pretending to say he's a vampire. But I do think Werewolf by Night is a good example of how you can do the more fantastical horror creatures in the MCU, even though I don't think a Werewolf by Night is MCU canon, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's just a one-off.
So Marvel right now is doing like They are not saying if these type of shows are canon or not because they're also doing I don't know if you guys didn't hear this, but they're planning on doing like say Silver Surfer like show or something with Galactus. They have their talks about that, and it's
Right,
like
they were going to be doing a zombies one too.
yeah,
I
and
heard
it's
about that.
Oh.
Yeah,
under like a separate banner.
yeah, it's going to be MCU presentation,
Yeah,
a Marvel
they haven't
Studios
said if those
presentation.
are canon or not. So
That's good. That's a good way to like. If people really accept it well, then they can be like, "Oh yeah, no, that's canon." Or if they don't accept it so well, like,
Oh, that's not
then
canon.
you can say, "Oh, that's not necessary." Yeah, it's like, "Oh, that's not necessarily canon." Now, the one that really got me excited is because they did bring up zombies. Zombies as its own thing could be a really, really good way of doing it because look at Werewolf by Night. They kind of pushed the level on how much gore they show in the MCU,
oh yeah,
even though it was in black and white. And I love that choice of color. I think definitely Werewolf by Night was a step in the right direction to show how much they could push it forward. And I think if they do zombies, they can push it forward even more. I think you can go Walking Dead-esque with zombies. I really do. Like on levels of gore. I'm not saying on levels of boredom. Jesus Christ, that show is boring for the first 5 seasons.
That show
I'm
was.
sorry.
That
You
show
can fucking
was-
fight me on that. I tried rewatching the first season. It's boring as sin. Like, I came here for fucking zombies and cool shit. Why the fuck are you giving me this character development bull fuck? Fuck you. I'll go to Breaking Bad if I want character development. There's my piece on Walking Dead. Anyways, also Walking Dead's been going on way too long. It is literally beating a Walking Dead horse. Anyways,
Okay, Mr.
I would have said something even shittier, but
yeah,
You're right.
you know what? It has been beating a Walking Dead horse, so we're gonna
It has.
continue from there.
you're not wrong.
But like I said, back onto Blade, I think this is definitely a step in the right direction, wholeheartedly. What do you guys think?
I totally agree with you. It more likely with this, with it being delayed, they can get the CGI down better, get the storytelling and everything else better than what they have done.
CGI is gonna be whenever they start production.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to say. Whenever they start production, since it's been delayed, they get all that stuff be done a lot better. What they've been giving us this last several years since the pandemic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough. I think they've also been pushing their CGI artists way too much.
They have.
They've been giving them way too many deadlines that are they're cutting it by the grit of their teeth, and that's why a lot of these MCU shows have been having hit or miss CGI. And it's like, okay, I get that, and that's why they're really slowing down on the the shows.
Yeah.
Like they'll do the special presentations every now and then, which doesn't really require much CGI. Like Werewolf by Night had little to no CGI, I would say.
It did.
Well, I wouldn't say little to no, minus Man Thing. Minus Man Thing, it really did have little to no CGI in it, which I thoroughly enjoyed. So I was like, okay, that's cool. I like that you did that, and I would love to see more stuff presented in that style. That kind of like sparse color choice and everything. I'd love to see that.
definitely just the Marvel, not association, whatever they call this division.
Marvel special presentation.
Yeah, special presentation. That's gonna be. I think they can do a lot of more creative stuff, like letting like certain filmmakers come in and do their own little thing, and just we're the artsy side of Marvel.
So
That's what the MCU is kind of missing. Right now.
Here's what I'm thinking. Make fucking amends and let Edgar Wright do a artsy Marvel special presentation.
Yes.
Let him do it. Let him go balls to the fucking wall. Let him do it. Let him fly.
I think if they did that, I think he can come out with something really fucking great.
You know
Or
the reason
something
why I bring
really,
him up,
really
right?
cool. Why?
Because he was originally supposed to direct Ant-Man.
Oh,
He's the
They
right.
I didn't
switched him
know that.
last minute.
oh, wow, that's fucked up.
The fact that Ant-Man is as good as a... Well, that's why he got a... I think that's why he got a special thanks to Edgar Wright credit in the first movie.
Yeah. I think he did like majority of the first one.
Same thing with Scott Derrickson was doing he was doing that for Doctor Strange 2, and then they switched him out with Sam Raimi, which is the fact that that movie is as coherent as it is does not ever cease to amaze me, because that movie was like, I think it was like 75% done in production, and then they brought in Sam Raimi, and the fact that it ended up better than Justice League 2017 fucking shocks me to no avail.
It doesn't for me. I fully believe it was a lot better than the other one.
It was a lot better than Justice League, let me put it that way.
It was.
Yeah.
Well, what about this? Is it better than the Snyder Cut though?
It is.
No.
It's shit better than.
Okay, Snyder Cut is better.
Snyder Cut is better than Justice League. I would say Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is better than Justice League. I would say it's still under Snyder Cut, because Snyder Cut does a lot of good things. However, I will also say Snyder Cut does a lot of stupid things. Snyder Cut isn't perfect. I would never say Snyder Cut is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
But it's still a good movie that I highly recommend. I highly always recommend showing it to somebody. I'm like, hey, have you ever seen Snyder Cut? They're like, no. And I'm like, I got you. You got 4 hours? Sure. Cool. We're going to sit down and fucking watch this.
Sounds horrible.
It does. I basically duct taped him to a chair. Don't Google me. Darren's been accredited to this. I've actually duct taped him to that exact chair and forced him to watch something. I forced him to watch the entirety of Lucifer right there.
He made you suffer through all of Lucifer. I thought Lucifer was good, but the first season was okay.
I'm just kidding around. But anyways, now is the time for Snodacquicks. This is the top. You watch this show, you know what we're talking about. Alrighty then. So, Gallows, I believe you had a Snodacquick.
Yes. So, I don't know if y'all guys heard of Keanu Reeves' comic book, Berserker. It's not spelled the way you think it is. It's spelled totally different. So, the book has become great since it's a Keanu Reeves thing. And so now they have offered Keanu Reeves an anime on Netflix. Netflix has bought the rights. Not the rights, but you know what I'm saying.
They brought the production rights.
Yeah, they brought the production rights to the comic book. So he's now getting a live action. He's getting a anime, and that is basically. I have hope for this. It's a comic book, but I think this is more of a different type of comic book. More that like boys type of comic book, bloody and gritty and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
It's based off a more.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
What we say?
I was saying, so it's basically like The Boys, Invincible, that kind of thing.
Yeah. The comic book is basically the comic book goes that it's based off a dude who's immortal, warrior who fights, I guess. But yeah, it's bloody and gritty. That's what I've read from comic books. I'm fucking hoping they actually could go good with this too.
Right. Well, that's good. Joe, I believe you wanted to talk about the Xbox Series X or S.
Yes. Apparently, there's a bunch of developers going around and asking myself, like, hey, can we, not have to be required to make our game also try to work on the Xbox Series S? I mean, because it's like, some people have been going around saying that it's kind of bottlenecking game development for the current gen. I kind of used to think like that. That's kind of a stupid take, but I'm like, okay, you know what? If you think about it, it's like the Series X is like the least powerful of the two. Like, I consider it like, between like an Xbox One, between the Series X and the just the good old Xbox One, the Series S is supposed to be like the bridge console between there. And I guess some people are like, basically they're like, okay, the Series S is like of the two series, why should we continue making games with the least powerful console of the two?
Oh no, I'd say I could co-sign on that one. I know with the PS4, the Xbox One, going into current generation now, a lot of the earlier games that were out were all held back because of developers were still developing, trying to like co-develop the games for the previous generation. On the Series S, just like making like Series X exclusive games, Microsoft can do that, but what you call it? They're not really. Microsoft's not really here for gaming. Like they straight up said they want at one point were in negotiations with Sony to put Game Pass on the PlayStation.
Sony was like, nope,
Yeah,
no.
Sony was like, "Wait, huh?"
Absolutely, absolutely,
Yeah,
fucking
like,
not.
I don't think
Like,
I don't think Microsoft is here for gaming. I think Microsoft just wants to have a entertainment, uh, something used for entertainment for people in their households. Really, they're just trying to keep Game Pass selling, and as you see, we don't. They bought like they're trying to buy Activision. They bought all these other studios.
I thought they already bought Activision.
They're still.
UK is
Oh, they're still in the
still
process of buying it.
the UK's kind of put a roadblock on there for right now, but
Oh, okay.
But it seems like that Microsoft on like first party. Like I know in the middle of the summer we saw like 30 first party games are coming to Microsoft. It's going to be Microsoft exclusive, but all those games seem like indie games, not really AAA titles and all that stuff. I don't think Microsoft's really here for gaming
my
in general.
huge take on that is like, that Sony's trying to make like Call of Duty is not to be taken. Honestly, Call of Duty is not the most important IP.
You say that, but Call of Duty is Sony's like most sold, like in terms for microtransactions, is where Sony's making their most money.
Yeah, I know.
That makes more sense.
I'm just saying it's not
Based
just
off
Call of Duty.
microtransactions.
There's also Blizzard IP as well.
Yeah.
Well, I would definitely say Overwatch feels more like a PlayStation exclusive than it really does. If it's ever going to be a console exclusive, I think it definitely feels more like a PlayStation exclusive. If it's more for their kind of art style, what they usually go for, versus Xbox, just based off of a lot of different things. I mean, Overwatch feels a lot more like Crash Bandicoot more than it does like Gears of War and Halo. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of Blizzard. Like, honestly, World of Warcraft, I could definitely see it being an Xbox exclusive, that kind of thing. Like, just a Microsoft exclusive.
Immediately, but yeah.
Yeah, because that feels like it's up their alley, where it's like, yeah, it's an RPG. You can do all this. It looks semi-realistic. It's got a little bit of a Dart style to it. Like, yeah, that's right up Xbox's alley. Now, granted, Last of Us looks more like a Xbox exclusive than it does a PlayStation exclusive. I'll give them that. Because it definitely goes for the more... Anything that looks more semi-realistic, I usually associate with Microsoft. Anything that looks really, really good in animation-wise, but it still looks animated, I typically associate with PlayStation. Typically.
Yeah. I was going to say for my little thing, So, one, this already makes me, like, look at my consoles like, wow, really? It's been reported, and I think pseudo confirmed that developers are already getting dev kits for a PS5 Pro.
Yeah.
Alongside, Sony is making a PS5 Slim. And like, the PS5 has only been out for 3 years, and I think this is the first year people are actually
finally getting their hands on them. Yeah.
So it's like, oh, we're already got another one coming out. Pro probably like a year and a half from now. There's about to be a 5 Pro, and it's like, I really feel like this generation has just started.
Yeah.
And we're already in the kind of around the icky stages.
Don't get me wrong, the PS4 Pro was definitely like a step up compared to the PS4. Yeah. I will always defend that. But
making a Pro right now for the 5 just...
It doesn't seem right. It really doesn't, because at least PS4 waited like almost 4 years before they came out with the Pro.
4 years before they came out with their Slim, and then 2 years after that they had the Pro. So about 7 years.
So about 7 years, yeah. And they're just now working on a Pro. Like, bro, that's not enough time. Like, maybe getting a Slim in the next year and a half, perfectly fine. That makes sense. Don't get me wrong. This is a beefy ass boy. I'm not gonna lie. The only problem I have with Slims is they have terrible fucking heat control. That's my only problem.
That is true. That's true. I was about to
they
say
have the worst heat control, and they already did like a less like, you notice how they were like, oh yeah, you can get this semi cheaper. Like, oh yeah, it's supposed to be the same PS5, but it's like it's a different model number. They actually took out some of the heating components of the baseline, like the basically the quote unquote beta launch, and it already cools less than the original.
Yeah,
but it's the same size.
This bad boy can overheat real damn quick.
Yeah. I will say this, at least it doesn't sound like a jet engine taking off. I will give it that. Because the PS4 was notorious for that.
Yep.
Yeah. But
fascinating to see what like
yeah.
I don't know what's going for these developers' heads. Like I'm like we just started.
And I remember they said that they wanted this to be like the last I think what was it? Xbox said they wanted the Series X to be like the last game system you should get.
Yeah.
And I think PlayStation, I don't think they ever came out with that. And that was like, bro, that would have been a huge step forward. Just like, oh yeah, we'll come up with minor tweaks here and there. But like, bro, I would love it if PlayStation gave it another crack at the PS Vita. I'm not even going to lie. Make a PS Vita, PS5 hybrid. I would kill for that. Do something like the Switch, because that's the best thing the Switch has going for it is the portability.
Yeah.
Bro.
Battery, though, could use a little bit of a revision.
Yeah, I heard the OLED fixed the
battery
battery
life.
I say for Sony, it's not the Vita, but probably just like improve on remote play. Like make it actually something that you can actively seek out for. If they're going to make a little portable console.
Wholeheartedly, yeah. I definitely also would say lower your fucking prices on your goddamn PS Plus Now or whatever the fuck it is.
They're probably not gonna do that.
Jesus Christ, lower the prices, bro. Like, I get premium being $100 a year. Perfectly fine with that, whatever. But like, you fucking telling me that you need to charge $80 fucking dollars for the other one, the mid tier? Are you fucking kidding? Why are you charging $20 more? Like, why are you bumping it up an extra 20? Like, I get an extra 10, making it $79.99 a year. Perfectly fine with that. Whatever. But like, are you or not 79? Sorry, $69.99 a year. I completely understand that. Like, bumping it up a few prices or whatever. But like, why are you telling me it needs to be $80 fucking dollars? That is complete and utter bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. For my Snowda quick, I actually wanted to go ahead and talk about there is a new movie coming out called Dumb Money. And this is actually going to be a movie about the short-lived GameStop holding, or the GameStop stock holding.
That was a meme.
That was a meme. And now it's going to be a movie. And I think, honestly, if you get the guys behind The Big Short, as well as they did The Big Short, and I think they did Bombshell as well. If you get the guys behind that, I think you're going to have a great movie, because they know how to do comedy and information of shit that really happened really, really well. And they also explain shit to you extremely well. Like, I learned more about the housing bubble from watching The Big Short more than I ever did about anything else. Granted, it helped seeing Margot Robbie taking a bubble bath explaining stocks to me. That did help a little bit, but still, you know. But I think honestly, you get these guys. Yeah, I think honestly, you get these guys. You're gonna have a great set of people on your hands just to do this movie. So, what do you guys think about this movie?
Honestly, just
yeah.
No, I'm into.
I think it's gonna be a funny comedy.
Well, I know that Seth Rogen is attached to it as well, so I think they're gonna go for a comedic approach to this. I mean, shit, it's called Dumb Money, so it's like I think they are gonna go for a comedic approach to this, but because it is kind of funny to think that they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna short GameStop stocks, and then fucking Wall Street Bros fucking stops them from doing that. They're gonna be like, oh, we're gonna do the same thing with AMC too, and it's like, no, we're gonna fucking stop you on that shit.
Like,
damn,
I'm gonna have to stop you right there.
Mm-hmm. That is fucking insane. It is insane to think that actually happened in human history. Like, that is crazy.
People are getting a little bit smarter. People learning how to game the system. It's going to be interesting to see what they do for this movie. As I said, I just don't really know what it's going to go for. I mostly avoid trailers for movies. I like to be surprised and shocked.
Yeah. I definitely want to see a trailer to see what vibe they're going for, but I don't need to see a full trailer. Let me put it that way.
It's like a
Get a teaser out and that's it. Basically.
teaser that's not like modern day teasers where it's just a trailer, but they call it a teaser. Like,
Yeah, it's not like they shaved off a minute of the original trailer. Like, yeah, no, it's a teaser. I also don't want a fucking teaser that says the teaser for Dumb Money starts now while showing clips from the fucking teaser. Like, bro, fucking quit that shit, Hollywood. If I'm watching the trailer, why do I need a fucking mini trailer to go in front of the trailer that I'm already watching? Why?
I don't.
Why do you do that?
It's funny.
It is so much more intriguing to watch a trailer that doesn't start with a mini trailer.
I think it's.
Why do I need a trailer for the trailer?
I think it's for the profit. That's why. So they do it.
It adds like 30 seconds to it.
They would use that like quick little snippet for like ads on YouTube or
Yeah.
all that
Even
stuff.
on ads on YouTube, but as soon as I see it, it's like, okay, cool. I've basically seen the trailer.
Yeah,
Skip.
and then you hit the 5-second skip mark like that. That's literally why it's there.
Yeah, it's like, okay, cool. I've already seen the trailer. Skip. Do what movie trailers used to fucking do, man. They show us an intriguing plot, and then we're
Used
like,
to.
oh, cool. It's something that looks decent. But now it's just like, not, especially horror movies, man. Why do horror movies feel the need to do that, man? It never made sense to me. It's like, I get short attention spans, but like, bro, you can intrigue me more without showing a mini trailer.
Show the mini trailer.
Yeah. But anyways, I think with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I have been your host, BlackChat56, and this has been the Snodacast, Season 3, Episode 39. I have been joined by Division, a.k.a. Darren. Joker, a.k.a. Joe. And, of course, Gallows, whose mic won't shut the fuck up,
Yo.
a.k.a. Thomas. And like I said, I have been your host, BlackChat56. This has been Snowcast, Episode 39. We will see you all later.